Daytona. Everybody ready, set, go. Rev it up and let's roll. There's a party in the fast lane. Got my hands on the wheel and I'm flying. Heartbeat loud as the thunder rolls. Riding in on the stampede of lightning. I'm bringing back the sunshine. Bringing back the sunshine. Baby, it's about time. Oh, bring it back. Oh,
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the Busch Clash. We're kicking off Speed Weeks here on the backstretch of Daytona for the pole sitters of Season 3, taking on a little race on this quarter mile here on the backstretch of Daytona. I'm here in the booth alongside none other than Ricardo Garcia. My friend, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to be back up here in the booth. Glad to be back in the series. Excited to see Team Lamar Race Shop getting ready to kick off the season. Excited to work with these guys for the rest of the year. Can't wait.
Absolutely. It's going to be 14 of our former pole winners from season number 3, consisting in the first ever season opening clash here at Daytona. As you see, Michael Guthrie, Robbie Gordoff, Tyler Cook, etc. Those guys are in the race. 3 stages make up the race. Stage 1 is 15 laps. Stage 2 is 15 laps. And Stage 3 will end up with 23 laps. After Stage 1, the field will invert. After Stage 2, the field is going to re-rack. What does that entail? Well, Stage 3 will be set off the average of Stage 1 and Stage 2 finishes. So, with that being said, Stage 1 and Stage 2 winners will start on the front row. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun one. It's pretty cool here down in Daytona. Ricardo, you've been to Daytona quite a few times as this race will kick off 4 events in 7 days at Daytona. It gets pretty brisk down here at night.
Yeah, man. It's, especially this time of year, pavement gets really cold, especially during the nighttime. We'll get these little cold fronts that come in and go. But it makes it really unpredictable going into the corner, the level of grip that you're going to get.
Now here is our starting lineup for today's race. Row 1, Michael Guthrie, Robbie Gordoff. Row 2, Tyler Cook and Kyle Mabey. Row 3 sees Christopher Murnell and Logan Williams. Row 4 sees Henrik Guo, Kaz Gralla. Grayson Collins and Eris Yuko make up Row 5. Jonah Burridge and Matthew Fastnut in Row 6. Jonah Burridge replacing Disquarius Greenhouse Jr. And row number 7 sees Garrett Lamar and Santiago Nicholas as the field rolls off for the one and only pace lap. It's going to be an exciting one here with the stages. I think that's going to be an interesting sort of factor with the field inverting in Stage 2. How do you think that's going to affect how these drivers attack the race today?
It's probably going to lead. If I had to put some input into it, I think they'll take it a lot easier coming into Stage 1, considering the fact that there's no worries about... Well, there is, but there's no worries if you fall back on track position, you can still gain it back.
As the field comes down to the green flag kicking off Stage 1 here, Michael Guthrie, Robbie Gordoff leading him down into turn number 1. No points on the line. Really no repercussions, just a big old check at the end of it. 15 laps as we're already seeing some action here as Eris Yuko making some moves on Grayson Collins as the field roars into turn 1 for the second time. CRT teammates working against each other, the 33 and the 43 with Christopher Murnell right behind him. Now, Ricardo, you're joining Lamar Race Shops, your team owner. Garrett Lamar's in the field, and you guys are going to have a little bit of a You guys are going to have an alliance with CRT this season with a brand new team, and this is your 4th team in 4 different seasons. How do you think this is going to help you guys hit the ground running coming to Daytona?
Well, I mean, it's a new team, yes, but since the alliance with CRT, there's still some sort of equipment familiarity coming into it. So, and these guys I know have been really good. Garrett has been exceptional at super speedways for years now, ever since I've known him. So he's gonna know how to set up the car good, and I'm really excited to see where we can take it, especially coming into Daytona.
Absolutely, and you're leaving arguably a really good season at Mudfish Motorsports. Those guys downsizing from 4 to 3, although I can imagine that you left on really good terms as you see Garrett Lamar, your team owner, battling with Matthew Fastnut here. I would have to imagine that these guys, knowing there's an invert, they're just going to lay low in the back of the pack here so they can catch the invert on a good hand.
Yeah, probably. I'd still, considering the fact you re-rack on stage 2 based on the average finish, I'd still probably try to make it, maybe not push aggressively, try to get to the lead, but still try to make it ahead of some of these guys, help your case once that average finish comes into position.
At 48 of now Matthew Fastnut, that car's a little bit familiar for you. He just passed Jonah Burridge. We'll catch up on Jonah in a little bit. Here's a 17 and 47 two teammates battling it out here. And is it any shock to you that the cream has kind of risen to the top here in this first stage? We've got Michael Guthrie, 3 CRT cars, and then 2 DAF racing cars making up practically the first 8 positions or so, and then Kyle Maybe sitting there in 8th place. Is that any shock to you?
I mean, not in the slightest. I've got nothing for respect about these guys. They've been just at the top for seasons now. It's always, I mean, especially Michael, the CRT guys, the DAF guys. They've always been in the running for a championship. They've always been, honestly, pretty entertaining to watch. Back when I did trucks, I remember hanging around for the rest of the weekend, just keep on watching the races. It was great fun to watch all these guys battle it out for the win.
And building on that, you spent a year in trucks, and then I would argue, big wiggle from Christopher Ronell there, as he's looks like he might let the inside go. Maybe, yeah, that's Henry Guo right ahead of him there. You mentioned the trucks. Logan Williams in the 17, he did the same as you, took a season off, went back to the truck series, signed a development deal, and that seemed to really help him going into season 3. And I would say it really helped you last season as well. For drivers that didn't really see a lot of success in season 1, going down to the trucks, really building on that experience, how did that help you and your racecraft?
Well, I mean, trucks it's a whole different beast, You gotta manhandle it much more going into the corners. It's a great humbling opportunity. Going down from cup cars, you think you're at the top of the chain, nothing can affect you. Going down there, it's humbling, man. You gotta relearn your fundamentals, and kind of rework the muscle memory.
And I can say, last season, it really helped you. You made it run all the way to the final round of the in-season tournament, had some really good runs, some top 5s, some top 10s. Wasn't able to rattle off a race win, but I would say this season, I would say you're right there looking to knock the door down as we're looking at coming to 2 laps to go. Do you expect the move from Mudfish Motorsports to Lamar? Do you think that's going to be a lateral move, or do you think that's going to help you throughout the rest of the season?
Well, I've got nothing but respect for Mudfish, and this is really exciting for me. It's a new team, new opportunities. We're still getting Chevy equipment, CRT equipment at that. So, the equipment, we should be there, hopefully. I'm not expecting necessarily to be a top contending team right away. We got to get realistic goals. However, by mid-season, I would hope to be in race-winning form and challenge for a title.
Coming around the final corner, your CRT Alliance mate finishing in second, but Michael Guthrie is going to take home the first stage. The field is going to round out here, and stage 1 is complete. We're going to see a re-rack. We're going to invert the field. Michael Guthrie, Robbie Gordoff, Tyler Cook, Henry Guo, Christopher Manell make up your top 5 of this one. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here at Daytona.
Sunday is race day. That's why the Domino's 555 deal is perfect. 3 medium pizzas, just $5 each.
I've got 3 pizzas here for Mr. NASCAR.
That's mine.
You're right. Mine would be for the king of NASCAR.
Really? Mine would be for the emperor of NASCAR.
Well, mine would be for the czar of NASCAR.
The grand poobah of NASCAR.
Generalissimo of NASCAR.
El Presidente de NASCAR.
King Daddy.
This race day, get your 555 deal from Domino's. Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas, and they're all just $5 each. Get the door. It's race day from Domino's.
Welcome back to Daytona Speedway here, down the backstretch quarter mile. Here we've re-racked the field for stage 2. We're getting ready for some more door-to-door racing, some more bumper-to-bumper. It's going to be exciting. Drivers are definitely going to be making harder moves here, trying to get a better average result.
Yep, and we've inverted the field. So the winner of that first stage was Michael Guthrie. He's going to start on the front row for stage number 3. The winner of this stage will also start on the front row. Everybody else will be sorted based on average finish. So those people in the back, they're going to have to work their way to the front. It is certainly going to be a race of attrition. You're going to see some elbows out here now. Some new names up in the front, but it's Santiago Nicholas and Garrett Lamar making up the front row. Green flag in the air. Another 15 laps here coming your way.
I see he's getting aggressive already. Who's that? Maybe Guo, and I believe that's Yeah, that is Marnell, making it 3 wide there on turn 2 already.
Guo diving to the inside here, making a move on Christopher Marnell side by side here as Garrett Lamar is side by side for the lead. Round the outside. This doesn't normally work, but the 13 thinks he's got it hooked up here. 83 battling side by side. He's going to pull ahead into turn 3. Garrett Lamar around the outside. He's got that flat track setup hooked up here at Daytona. Huge run off the back straight or down the front straightaway. He's going to clear the 83 heading into turn 1 on lap 3 of 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's good to see the equipment being good this early on. Garrett's an exceptional short track driver as well. I'm sure that's helping, but I'm glad to see the cars are fast, just straight out the gate.
Absolutely, as we see some of the DAF Racing teammates battling with each other. Henry Guo, Logan Williams down to the inside goes one of the CRT cars. This is going to be, I believe, the 33 of Robbie Gordoff. His 43 has stayed in the back. A little bit of getting uneasy on entry there for Michael Guthrie. As you saw a little bit of wiggle on braking coming to lap 5 of 15. Now here's Jonah Burridge. He's back in the series, back in a car. He has signed a part-time developmental deal with Astolfo Motorsports. He'll be racing the Daytona 500, amongst others. Desquarius Greenhouse Jr. was scheduled to race in this race. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately for him, but probably not unfortunately, they're competing in the Baja 1000 right now. It's Desquarius Greenhouse Jr., Jerry 10, racing with Ford down in Baja. And they said, you know what, Jonah, how about you come a few days early, come and race the Clash. So awesome to see Jonah Burridge getting an opportunity here to show his stuff. He's sitting in 3rd place right now. Is the 33 again making some moves? I mean, Baja 1000 is just one of it's one of the greatest races in the world. Super cool to see some of our drivers compete in that. And also super cool to see Jonah Burridge kind of seat as well.
Yeah, man, I would not give anything to race it. Maybe, I mean, once I'm done with this, probably, hopefully in the very far future, I would definitely have that in my calendar. There's a few things I would love to run off and do if I have the time to do so.
And Kyle maybe has come from that sort of racing, did some trophy truck racing. He's done Dakar, he's done Baja, he's done a few. Really, if you look at drivers in the field that have done almost everything, Kyle maybe is the one that you really need to keep an eye on. So being able to see some other drivers expand their discipline and expand the things that they've raced is really super cool to see, not just for their fans, their endeavors, but also just for us to see. Like, it's super cool to see someone from LIMECAR go and do other things, and especially with how with Baja lined up with the schedule, it was great to see that Jerry and Squarius were able to take the opportunity, rip around in a Ford Raptor, and come back to Daytona. They've got qualifying tomorrow. Hopefully they aren't jet lagged from that red-eye flight, but we wish them the best of luck down in Baja.
Absolutely. I'm glad they're bringing more ice to that historic race, and then obviously it's going to be the same. There's guys from Baja who are going to come over and be like, hey, these guys came, did our stuff, maybe we got to go and prove ourselves in the ovals, Bringing more competition, bringing more eyes everywhere. It's going to be great.
Absolutely. There's definitely a lot of trophy truck drivers that could easily come and see their way over to some road courses, some ovals. I mean, Brennan Gaughan is racing in one of the side-by-side class. Former NASCAR driver. He's still racing. Robbie Gordon and his son racing down there. So lots of former NASCAR drivers racing, but also lots of heritage as well that could lots of racing royalty that could see their way through. As we're coming to one lap to go, Garrett Lamar has led all but one lap here in this final stage, and barring any unfortunate circumstances, that 13 car is going to be starting on the front row for stage number 3.
Man, he pulled a good gap too in that short amount of time. That's pretty impressive to see, especially in a quarter mile. Wow.
Crossing the stripe, the 13 wins stage number 2. As Kyle Mabey, we talked about him earlier, he really fell back a lot there in that stage. Falling back to second last, but it's Lamar, Santiago Nicholas, Jonah Burridge, your top 3, Kaz Gralla, and Matthew Fastnot, your top 5. We're going to take another break. We'll come back for the third and final stage here at Daytona.
The Gillette Young Guns.
To me, shaving is just like racing. I'll do anything I can to get an advantage, so I use Mach 3 Turbo Champion from Gillette. It's the closest, most comfortable shave, even against the grain. It keeps me ahead of the competition.
What are you doing in my car?
Nothing.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Mach 3 Turbo Champion, the only razor used by the Gillette Young.
Welcome back to Daytona for the third and final stage here. We have re-racked based on average finish. So, row number 1, Michael Guthrie, Garrett Lamar, they've won the first 2 stages. Row 2, Robbie Gordoff, Henry Guo. Row 3 sees Kaz Gralla, Brayson Collins. Row 4, the 53 of Jonah Burridge and Matthew Fastnot. And then we've got, that's the 43 of Tyler Cook, 83 of Santiago Nicholas, and then Logan Williams, Christopher Marnell, Eris Yuko, and Kyle Mabey. 23 laps for this final stage here. Been pretty uneventful so far, Mr. Garcia, but we're going to see underway the 51, Michael Guthrie. He's won a short track race last season. Let's see if he can kick off the season with a win. Green flag is out. We're underway. Garrett Lamar spins the tires a little bit, and Robbie Gordoff is pouncing on that second place spot. The 51 heads it away, clear already.
Man, it's hard to get the tires down, especially probably couldn't get enough heat into them during those pace laps. That very short pace lap is going to be definitely a challenge to try and get any temperature here on the restarts.
Absolutely. As we're looking at this helicopter cam here, big wiggle out of 13. He's going to let up another 2 spots here.
Wow.
As that's the 47 and the 3 that are 3 wide down the backstretch.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Garrett. I don't know if it's a temperature issue, but he seems much less confident in that car than he did in stage 2.
Absolutely. I think starting up front was probably a bad thing for him because he just saw clean air out in front and he immediately got past it. Now, starting in second, he's already down to 4th nearly lost a few other spots, but Henrik Guo is sitting in 5th now. Look at this wiggle from the 13. He is very loose. His car does not look happy.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's a deeper issue than just tires. It's really a shock to see how much he's wiggling out of these corners.
And it's not just him, too. It looks like the 23 of Marnell also very wicked loose there. And he's letting Tyler Cook go here, his teammate.
Yeah,
now,
he's...
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's that? That's...
Grayson Collins at the 5.
Yep. Seems to be struggling as well. I think it's running a deeper Chevy issue from what it seems. All these cars, all these Chevy Camaros just struggling to get tire temperature up right at the stage.
And it might be a lack of front grip, I would have to say, because if you're missing the corner that badly and then really getting squirrely on exit, I think that's a lack of, like, look at that.
Yeah, there it is again.
He misses the corner. I think that's definitely front grip that the Chevrolets are experiencing. So, again, this is a good R&D race for some of these teams. For Crisis Racing Team, having 4 cars in this race. Again, the 23 is being told to just nurse it on home. You've got a few more laps to go. Obviously, not just a few. You've got well over 15 laps to go, actually. But this is great R&D for a team like that, or a team like DAF Racing. They've got 2 cars. Mudfish Motorsports, they've got 2 cars here. You're able to take a look, evaluate, see how... Oh, big wiggle from Jonah Burge there. That might be an everyone problem right now.
I was gonna say, I was looking further back too. Seems like Kyle Maybe's also struggling as well back there. However, I do want to point out the 3 of Cas Gralla looks absolutely planted. I saw him a few laps ago. He's looking down the inside. He's biding his time, waiting to make a move.
Absolutely, he looks planted, but it could be the thing where he could be planted. Now he's making a move here to the inside. I was about to say he could be planted, but it could be that he's not going as fast as the 33. But he just made a move to the inside there in turn 1, and he's made his ground back up through 3 and 4. But great R&D for these teams, as I said, being able to come to a short track like this. This is the shortest race shortest track we'll see all season. Because the 3 just had a big wiggle. Commentators curse there. We jinxed them there. We jinxed them there.
Oh man, that's the first moment I've seen him have all race long.
But I mean, this is just great for the team engineers, the team data, to just see this and say, okay, this is what we need to do. Let's take it back to the shop, reevaluate, fix up our setup. We're going to see not as many. We aren't going to see a Martinsville this year, but we're going to see Iowa. We're going to see some of those tracks, or even like a track like Mosport where there's slow, flat, sharp turns. Here in Coda, you'll be able to dial in the setup and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. Big wiggle again from Robbie Gordoff as the 51 looks like he has trouble planting on exit, but the 33 had trouble planting on entry. I would say if the 51 is having a lot more issues than the 33, but the 33 seems to let up so much more than 51.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It seems 51, it seems a harder car to drive, but I'd rather have the issues that Michael's having. Honestly, I'd rather deal with the oversteery car than a car that's just plowing tight into every turn. Oh, there he goes again.
Big
Gralla to the inside.
That is Kaz Gralla coming to the inside here. Lets up the Ghost again. He just doesn't have to drive off, but he's just going to bide the 33 into a mistake here. Oh, has to overcorrect to try and not hit him coming out of the corner. The battle for second with about 7-8 laps to go is really cooking up here. And it's going to let Guthrie walk away.
Yeah, this is the best thing Guthrie would want to see in his mirrors right now, especially dealing with a loose car. Second and third, trying to battle third, having to avoid wrecking the second, pretty much coming out of every turn. It's probably a dream scenario for Guthrie right now.
I would say to get the Sharpie uncapped, Kyle maybe look down the inside of Grayson Collins, not yet. I would say get the Sharpie uncapped and start writing that M, but I don't want to speak too soon here. Big wiggle out of Kyle
Wide
maybe
again.
there. And
Logan Williams taking advantage of it.
Yeah, Logan Williams taking advantage. I'm going back to the R&D thing for someone like Kyle maybe where he just doesn't have a technical alliance. He's a single car team. He's poured a lot of his resources into very few things. This race is especially critical for someone like him to where he can evaluate all the data that they're coming from this and say, okay, this is what we need to do to make our car better for a Coda, a Mosport, a Iowa, for example, maybe even a Martinsville. We don't see Martinsville this season, but maybe next season could be something valuable for that 32 team.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Especially this flat corner, so we're going to test out how much load the fluid light of your car can handle without it starting to break. And I guess in the case of Robbie Gorda, how to fix how plowing tight that car is. I don't think I've seen him make a single good lap yet. Absolutely not.
And honestly, you could also make the argument that for someone like Robbie Gorda, you could say that he's just trying to see how far he can push the car, how deep he can drive the car. What's the worst that's going to happen? Clearly, Gralla can't get by the 33, so may as well try to take a swing at it. 1 lap to go here at the line.
Boy. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think he's just testing brakes. Like, how far in can I push it? The 3's not really going to give him much of a run up the corner anyway. Here comes Guthrie right on the line.
Coming out of turn 4. Finish writing the rest of that name because Michael Guthrie is going to take home the big check here at Daytona and will win the first ever Busch Clash. What a race. What a finish. Great to see that 51 take home a win, and he's going to kick off the season with a W and gets to burn it down.
Yeah, I mean, that was just clinical from him. Stage 1, he just did not make a mistake, bid his time well in Stage 2, knowing he had the front row locked up. So, just very good drive, very clinical.
There he goes. He's going to burn it down here on the back straightaway. Looking to replicate some of these donuts here, possibly in a few days for the Daytona 500. But it looks like the 51's in mid-season form for celebrations, that is. Smoking it down. Don't damage the car or the engine too much. As we take a look at our official results, Guthrie, Gordoff, Gralla, your top 3. Garrett Lamar, Henry Guo, Jonah Burridge. That's an all-G top 5, no matter which way you split it. Jonah Burridge, Santiago Nicholas, Matthew Fastnot, Harris Yuko, Grayson Collins, your top 10. Kyle Maybe, Logan Williams, Christopher Marnell, and Tyler Cook. That is the rest of the field. 14 cars is certainly the smallest field we'll see. And all of that's going to change tomorrow. We've got 47 haulers. Count that, Ricardo. 47 haulers in the infield. 47 entries looking to make the Daytona 500. 5 of them are going to go home. Got qualifying tomorrow. How are the nerves feeling? How are you feeling? It's going to be interesting here tomorrow.
Oh man, I'm confident. I'm excited to get into this Garrett Lamar Race Shop. I'm pretty sure I put the whole name there, but this Lamar Race Shop Camaro, I'm so excited to get into it. I'm so excited to see what we can do. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Best of luck to the rest of the guys, but we're here to win.
From all of us here up in the booth, we want to thank you for joining. We will see you guys in a few days. Qualifying will not be televised. The duels will. We'll see you guys for the twin duels here in a few days on LimeCar Racing Network.
Oh.